in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
A tornado warning in effect for parts of southern Covington County and south central Alabama, valid until 4:45 p.m. on this Sunday. Hope you're having a nice Sunday evening. This is a call to action, meaning we need you to take action to protect yourself as we have a possible tornado very near Wing in southern Covington County, pushing off to the east. First thing we need to do is tell you exactly who's involved in this tornado warning. And I can tell you that this does not include the major population centers in southern Covington County. So if you're in Florala or Lockhart, you are not involved in this tornado warning, but places near Wing and also Red Oak south of Libertyville are included. And this could be a tornado that is rapidly developing. And so we need you to go ahead and get to your tornado safe place if you are near places like Red Oak and also areas out here near Watkins Bridge in the southern part of Covington County. If there's any bit of good news when you have a tornado, you want a situation like this when it is out over a sparsely populated part of the county. But nonetheless, we know folks who live out here, specifically near Red Oak and Watkins Bridge along Alabama Highway 55. And those are the zones where you need to be taking action to protect yourself right now, as we have a possible tornado moving in from the west. The National Weather Service just triggered this tornado warning just a few minutes ago, and this is going to be rapidly approaching Alabama Highway 55 south of Andalusia. And so we would say no travel right now on Alabama Highway 55 extending from Andalusia all the way back down to Florala. So absolutely no travel on 55 south of Andalusia, north of Florala. This storm is going to pass south of Andalusia. You don't need to do anything right now if you're in the city of Andalusia, Alabama. Same thing in Opp, same thing in Florala. You are fine. This is kind of in the middle, the triple point of all those cities in southern Covington County. We'll zoom out and show you that here's the entirety of Covington County, large county by area in south central Alabama. And this possible tornado is going to be approaching Alabama Highway 55 and U.S. Highway 331 in through here south of Opp in the next few minutes. Joined alongside executive producer Landon Barentine this afternoon. Certainly want to thank him for being here. And this is going to be a deal that continues to move off to the east just like that. Basically going to parallel Florala to the north, and it does look like this may be out here toward the airport north of Florala in the next few minutes. And Landon, you know the drill. It's been a while since we've had a tornado warning, but if you see any damage reports, of course, please pass those along. I do want to show a quick wide view across the entire region because we do have this ongoing severe thunderstorm watch valid until 6 o'clock local time for the entire local area. This watch previously was in effect for inland counties, but earlier the National Weather Service extended it down here into Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties. And so the entire local area now under a severe thunderstorm watch. And over the last few seconds, we've had a new tornado watch come on the board for parts of Mississippi and Louisiana. And so new tornado watch to our west. But we are here because of the impending danger in southern Covington County. This is a possible tornado that has come on the board over the last few minutes for parts of southern Covington County. I want to show the velocity on this, and this is actually not the best vantage point. Landon, if you'll take me back to radar scope, please. We'll show you the high-def velocity coming from Eglin Air Force Base, and you can clearly see this rotation right in through here. This is going to be now to the east of Wing and also to the west of Watkins Bridge, kind of splitting the difference. If you're familiar with this area, you know that you have County Highway 4, which is the main drag out of Bradley, coming over here towards Wing, headed over to Lake Jackson. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me over to Lake Jackson there in Florala all the time. And this road is basically on the south side of this circulation. And so possible tornado is going to pass likely just a bit to the north of County Highway 4 in southern Covington County, pushing toward Alabama Highway 55. And again, if you are in Watkins Bridge or areas near Red Oak, you are under the gun from this possible tornado. This is not going to be an issue for Andalusia. It's not going to be an issue for Opp. And really, it's not even going to be an issue for Florala. But Alabama Highway 55, Red Oak, and Watkins Bridge. You are currently under the gun from this tornado warning that has just been issued. I tell you what, also, we need to check real quick the VIL, the vertically integrated liquid. And yeah, look at that. You can have upwards of quarter-size hail with this storm as well. This is the radar product that kind of gives us a good guess of if a storm is producing hail. And in addition to the ongoing tornado risk in southern Covington County, you also could have large hail right in through here, pushing just like that, basically due east. And this storm is moving to the east at about 20 miles an hour. So it really is not moving fast compared to some of the weather systems that we often have rumbling through here very quickly. This is moving east at about 20 miles per hour. And again, we are here because of this tornado warning that is on the board until 4:45 for parts of Covington County, Alabama. I'll tell you what, let's go back over to LV1, please, sir. And we'll show you the classic reflectivity view. This is a supercell storm that has developed over the last few minutes. It came through areas back here near Century, Jay, Dixonville, Bradley, Damascus, and now this is in Covington County. And this is the first tornado warning that we have had today. Probably won't be the last. We probably are going to have some more warnings a bit later. I do think we probably will end up with sort of a lull in activity over the next several hours after we get this warning over into southeast Alabama. This is Geneva County, this is Coffee County, this is Dale County. So just watch this over the next hour or so if you're near places like Sampson, Geneva, or Coffee Springs. Those communities will be next in line. And this cell is ultimately going to cross to the south of Opp out on US Highway 331. Let's see if Onika is involved in that warning. I don't think it is, but yeah, Onika is out of the polygon. And so if you're in Onika, you are fine for now, and it does look like this is going to pass a bit to your south. Possible tornado is going to be right in through here, very near Watkins Bridge, about to cross Alabama Highway 55 and ultimately US Highway 331 in about 10 minutes or so. And the Florella Airport is right about here on the north side of town. Here's Florella, here's Lockhart. This is 55, this is 331. You got County Highway 4 down in through here. And this possible tornado is going to be hugging that south side of the polygon. This really doesn't have much of a northward component of motion with it. And so we can safely say if you're in Andalusia, Babby, Hornhill, near the Andalusia Opp Regional Airport, or the city of Opp, you are fine. These northern zones up here are just fine. This is going to be an issue that stays to the south and ultimately crosses into Geneva County in the next few minutes. And Landon, if you'll be watching those Facebook Live comments, please, sir, we will see if we have any damage reports come in. By the way, we just got a report from Clark County a bit ago that we have had quarter-size hail. I believe that was Clark County. I saw that pop up. I thought that was NWS chat, but I think that's actually going to end up being another source. Tell you what, let's zoom out on our system and put this in motion because we do note that we've got thunderstorms developing over here in West Alabama as well. We'll show those to you quickly. Again, here's Clark County, Alabama. Here's Washington. Here's Choctaw. And you see the pink counties here. These are counties under a severe thunderstorm watch, which means more in the way of severe weather is likely over the next few hours. Counties back in Mississippi currently under a tornado watch. And you see this storm that's headed towards Waynesboro, Mississippi. That one is certainly one to watch. That one looks like it's going supercellular in nature. Large hail may be a concern in about 10 minutes near Waynesboro, Mississippi. And these storms over here near Coffeyville, headed towards Thomasville and Tallahassee Springs, those are ones to watch as well. And so it's going to be a rough night in terms of large hail. I'm really, really concerned about the large hail potential over the next several hours. And yeah, there's that storm report I was talking about. This was a bit earlier. We had quarter-size hail in Thomasville, but that happened at about 1:12 p.m. But again, 4:19 p.m., and the reason we are here is this. This is an active tornado warning in southern Covington County. Let's go back over to the iPad view if we can, and we'll look at this on velocity coming from Eglin. And yeah, this is a bit more broad than it once was even about 10 minutes ago, which is a good thing. Here's your circulation right here. This is coming up on Alabama Highway 55 over the next few minutes. We encourage no travel on 55 between Andalusia and Lockhart. Same thing on US 331. No travel south of Opp, north of Florally. You can't be traveling right now on those two roads or on Covington County Highway 4 as we have a possible tornado coming into those areas right now. Good news is I'm not seeing anything so far in the way of damage, and just kind of shooting it to you straight, that signature is a bit more broad than it once was. We'll put this in motion, and you can see when the warning was triggered about 10 minutes ago, this really got hot. Look at that. You see the red and the greens really coming together. That's what we call a couplet. An area of rotation in the atmosphere representative of a mesocyclone. But then watch what happens. I'm going to bring this forward and you'll see those brighter colors begin to go away. And so that lets us know that the storm is exhaling, if you will. In other words, it's getting a bit weaker. Now, could there be a tornado here? Yes, but the signature is certainly much more broad than it once was. No doubt, the weather's wicked in through here. You got lots of lightning. Let's go back over to LB1. Lots of lightning, torrential downpours of very heavy rain in through here. And this is at Watkins Bridge now, very near Red Oak. I think the tornado threat is really going to be closer to Watkins Bridge than Red Oak. By the way, this is going to pass south of Stanley and Libertyville. And so if you're at Libertyville or Stanley here, north on 55, you are fine. And I see actually we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning coming on the board. And that tornado warning, I believe, is going to be canceled, it looks like. And so I think what the Weather Service is doing here, no doubt, they're issuing a new severe thunderstorm warning for Covington County. But it looks like what they're going to do is go ahead and cancel that tornado warning over the next few minutes and replace it with a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go back over to radar scope. And I think that's the right call based on this signature. Again, this storm has just come down pretty dramatically over the last few frames, and that is so typical of what we see in Alabama. This time of year we'll get these storms that ramp up, require a tornado warning, and then they go away. It is very, very unusual to have storms like what we saw on Friday up in Amory, Mississippi. That thing killed 25 people. That tornado was on the ground for a long period of time. But typically tornadoes are more like this. They spin up, they ramp up, and then they go away. And yeah, just like that, the tornado warning is gone. Let's go back over to LD1. So the tornado warning has been canceled. If you are in southern Covington County, we will give you an all clear. The tornado warning has come to an end in southern Covington County, and we'll give you an all clear from the tornado threat. And I have to be careful because I get folks in the comments sometimes will say, well, the weather's bad, it's horrible in through here. Yeah, it is bad. But I can tell you the imminent tornado threat has come to a close for now in southern Covington County. And so in its wake, we have this new severe thunderstorm warning that's just been put on the board, valid until 5 o'clock for a downwind stretch of this tornado warning. So let's tell you about that, and then I want to tell you about what's to come, because we do have a rather long evening ahead in terms of weather coverage coming up. And look, I know that folks are tired of this. I'm tired of this. We've been doing this for, goodness, since last night in terms of watching these storms. But right now, the imminent focus is southern Covington County, where we have this active severe thunderstorm warning that has just been posted for areas near Onika. And so let's tell you who's involved in the new polygon, because if you're in Onika, you are now involved in this severe thunderstorm warning. Same thing from the Florella Airport points north on Highway 331. Florella Airport points north up to the southern bypass in Opp. That's the stretch of 331 now under an active severe thunderstorm warning. Same thing at Watkins Bridge and Red Oak. Those are your communities involved in this active severe thunderstorm warning. We'll turn on the radar data, and man, oh man, that lightning has been prolific with this thunderstorm. Lots of lightning over the last several minutes coming through areas near Wing, Pleasant Home over the last few minutes. And again, this is now a severe thunderstorm warning, valid until 5 o'clock local time. Could have hail up to the size of quarters and gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. Let's go back over to the radar scope source, please, sir. And we'll show you that, again, that's what this thing looked like about 20 minutes ago. And yeah, I mean, those bright colors are just totally gone. Again, I'll back it up and show you. Here's what triggered your tornado warning, but poof, just like that, it's gone. And so that's good. We like to see storms that just completely go away. Again, if you're just now joining us, current time is 4:24 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside executive producer Landon Barentine. And again, no active tornado warning. It is done for now. We could have more tornado warnings over the next few hours. In fact, while we're on this source, let me go to the Mobile radar, if we can do that. There we go. And I tell you, there is some very, very broad suspicious rotation here in Clark County. I mean, that's just super broad, though. Nothing to be worried about imminently. But these storms over in West Alabama certainly warrant our attention over the next few hours as these continue to push to the north. Let's go back over to LD1 and we'll show you a wide view across the entire region. So as of now, let's see, what time is it? 4:25 p.m. And again, we came on the air for a tornado warning and it quickly went away. I genuinely believe over the next, say, I don't know, 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours, the imminent concern is going to be gusty winds and specifically large hail up to tennis ball size in nature. And so that's going to be the real deal over the next few hours. The tornado threat will likely ramp up this evening. As we get into, say, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we will see if storms start producing more in the way of tornadoes. That is a possibility. And tell you what, let's look at the watch warning map because we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings, and we note there is a tornado warning over here in central Louisiana. You see all the counties here shaded in yellow. This is an active tornado watch to our west, basically from East Texas, extending through central Louisiana and into parts of central and southern Mississippi, all the way back down to George, Stone counties there in Mississippi. That's an active tornado watch. Again, got one tornado warning back here. Let's see if we can turn on the regional radar and we'll see why. Isolated storms moving through the Mississippi Delta region of Louisiana. Those could ultimately go tornadic as they get more into South Mississippi. I think the greatest potential for strong tornadoes tonight is probably going to happen across southern Mississippi and maybe even parts of West Alabama. But you see these counties in pink. We talked about this a bit earlier. This is an active severe thunderstorm watch that is valid until 6 o'clock tonight. And we will see if we go under a tornado watch a bit later. It may be a situation where we lose the weather watch from, say, 6 to 8 o'clock, and then we get another one later this evening. That certainly is a possibility. But let's talk about what's happening now. We'll talk about what's coming with the future radar in just a minute, and then we will go back to covering these storms in the Red Zone Weather app. So first thing we need to do, let's tell you exactly what's happening across the region. We'll show you West Alabama. Could have some small hail over the next few minutes near Waynesboro, Mississippi. Same thing near Milry, Silver Cross, Bigby, also areas near Coffeyville. These are loud and proud thunderstorms. 191 strikes of lightning just over the last 5 minutes with every storm you currently see on the screen. So these storms are loud and proud. These are pushing off to the north. We've also got some storms happening in southern Conecuh County that are moving to the northeast, happening near Lenox and the Interstate 65 corridor. This is US Highway 31. This is Alabama Highway 41. These are just general showers and thunderstorms. In fact, the lightning counter has basically gone silent in through here. That's a good thing. Heavier showers in southern Conecuh County. And then in southern Covington County, this is that severe thunderstorm warning that replaced the initial tornado warning. But you've basically just got heavy rain falling near Red Oak, Stedman, Florella Airport, Oneida, south of Opp. This is ultimately going to cross into Geneva County. And so if you are near Sampson, Coffee Springs, areas near Enterprise, over the next hour or so, watch these storms. There is a chance that they may ramp back up and produce more in the way of large hail, gusty winds, maybe even a tornado. We can't rule that out over the next hour as these storms continue pushing off to the west. Yeah, let's look at the convective outlook real quick. I tell you what, it is a rare day to see a level 4 out of 5 severe weather risk, but indeed that's what we're seeing across inland areas of southwest Alabama. Demopolis, Selma, Camden, Montgomery, areas near Greenville, Thomasville, Monroeville, Beatrice, Butler, also areas near Milry, Silas, Pine Hill, Sweetwater, all involved in the higher level 4 out of 5 severe weather risk. Surrounding that, I don't like to get so caught up in the specific zone because you know as well as I know that severe storms will happen outside of this red zone. This just happens to be the highest probability zone today where we're expecting the strongest of the storms to happen. But again, surrounding that rare level 4 risk, you've got an uncommon level 3 risk that includes places like Vinegar Bend, Carlton, Monroeville, down to Uri, Evergreen, Georgiana, also areas near Luverne, Troy, Union Springs, Auburn, Alex City, Lake Martin, Clanton, back over to Livingston, involved in level 3 out of 5 risk. And so, yes, probabilities are if we have severe storms over the next few hours, and I say few hours, into the evening hours, probably going to happen inland across southwest Alabama, but your risk is not zero even if you're farther south. Bruton, Mobile, Pensacola, areas near Milton, Crestview, Andalusia, we all have a severe weather risk over the next few hours unless you're right at the immediate beach zones. And I see we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning that's just come on the board. Let's look at that. And that's going to be this cell that was coming out of Mississippi. This is going to come through Waynesboro and ultimately end up in Choctaw County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect until 5:15 local time. And so large hail up to quarter size is the main concern near Waynesboro, near Silas, near Toxie along the US Highway 84 corridor over the next 20 minutes or so as this storm lifts to the northeast just like that. So southern Choctaw County, Alabama, now also under a severe thunderstorm warning. So at the moment, we have 2 active warnings that you need to know about. One is that brand new severe thunderstorm warning for southern Choctaw, and then also southern Covington County, severe thunderstorm warning there until 5 o'clock, including places like Onika, back down to the Florella Airport along US Highway 331. We'll zoom out and show you the wide view across the region. Over the next few hours, what you can expect is more in the way of pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Some of those storms may be severe, and some of those storms may even produce tornado warnings, just like the one that we just had in southern Covington County. Keep in mind, this threat will extend into the overnight hours, and so don't go to bed without having a way to get urgent weather warnings before you go to sleep. That is so critical. You've got to have something that will wake you up, like a NOAA weather radio, as some of these storms really might mean business in the overnight hours. Landon, have you seen anything in the way of reports coming in over the last several minutes? Anything worth passing along? It's been kind of an interesting situation because, again, it was kind of a real quick tornado warning over in Covington County. I think it lasted for all of 15 minutes or something like that. That's why we came on the air initially. Anything to report? Okay. And so that certainly is a good thing. Again, 4:32 p.m. and because we don't have any active tornado warnings, what we're going to do is go back to covering storms in the Red Zone Weather app. If we have more tornado warnings, as always, we will come back on and bring you the very latest. And again, keep in mind that storm in southern Covington County is going to continue pushing off to the east into Coffee and Geneva, and the storm back here near Waynesboro, Mississippi is going to cross the Alabama-Mississippi state line and end up near places like Gilbertown, Silas, and Toxie. 4:33 p.m. and again, no active tornado warnings. We're going to go back to covering storms in the Red Zone Weather app. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson, and I'm joined alongside Landon Barentine saying goodbye for now. We will see you soon.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.